Salut, mon mignon.
No, I think our dear Randall's been
Ma'am?
speaking the dear here.
Alcohol. The longer you play, the more people ask for keys.
I recently moved into this one-bedroom apartment in beautiful downtown Saint Denis. A little more than 700 square feet, 740. Here is a general overview. I will point out features as I see fit.
You get me.
This place is a lost
And here's Sadie, the channel dog. She wanted to show you the couch. Sadie is allowed on the couch. And here's me. Like Arthur, I pretty much wear the same thing every day. Jeans, gray t-shirt, and Doc Martens.
Our people are being crowded out. We should have this swamp.
We can do a wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing a vintage Seiko SKX on a Jubilee bracelet. My desk setup is a little more cluttered than I prefer, but everything's essential. I really like the look of these retro wooden bookshelf speakers, which are wired to both the iMac 27 and the PS4 Slim. That PS4 is the primary console for this channel. It has the Free Roam Fridays and the Marston Mondays account. This is the PS4 I built the channel on. I run the PS4 on this curved scepter monitor to my right, and then I just use the iMac for YouTube and watching videos. I use this MacBook Air for editing, working on the cat video right now. Don't tell Sadie. My microphone. This is the Electro Voice RE20, a professional broadcast mic. CNN uses it, and NPR. It's why I sound so good. And here's a view of Sadie from the desk. She's never far from my view.
You know, young man, quite a lover to her wedding dress.
How do you
Behind the desk is a bookcase. I collect 1/6 action figures. I suppose they are technically dolls. What can you do? I like what I like. I started collecting after my mother died. Unsure what that's about. That's sarcasm. I know exactly what that's about. It was a coping mechanism. Let me know if you'd like an in-depth review of my action figures. Diana is not happy wearing the Santa hat, but it's Christmas, and she needs to get into the holiday spirit. Some more 1/6 scales. That Black Widow was the first hot toy I ever bought, the night after my mother's funeral. An impulse purchase. And that gaming headset is a gift from my nephew. He has a black and red theme. A PC gamer, mostly Call of Duty and Tarkov. I never use it. That's a horrible mic. But I'm sentimental and I can't bring myself to get rid of it.
Ce ne serait pas la première fois.
My moon lamp, for mood lighting. It lights up in a bunch of colors, but I prefer the cold white, like the moon. I also collect 1/12 scale action figures. Ripley, Westworld, some Blu-rays. And then on the lower shelf we have some PS4 games, the Lament configuration, and Pikachu. I've had that Pikachu since high school. This brewer is a repro, but it's a good one. It's from the 80s. I've had it since college. It was the first major piece of furniture I bought. Also known as the Vasily, if you know your Bauhaus German architecture.
Is that so?
Here's one of Sadie's crates. She has 2. And I found this hobby horse in the trash. I had to save him. We are in the horse rescue business after all. He is missing a tail and a leg, and I know nothing about him. There's no manufacturer's mark or country of origin. I would assume he's mid-century, based on the saddle design and the shape of the eye. I hung him up with some paracord, which I threaded through the holes on the other side, in case you're wondering how I got him up there. Pulp Fiction and Nosferatu. I collect movie posters. Let me know if you want an in-depth review of my movie poster collection. And my Fender Telecaster. I love Fender guitars. At one point in my life I had 8. This is the only one that survived. A butterscotch blonde Telecaster, just like Buddy Holly's. 2016, I believe, made in Mexico. I could never afford Americans. This bookshelf has more action figures and Blu-rays, which we shall discuss further. Yes, that is the Holy Grail. Let's move on. I have plans to upgrade this TV to 4K and then move this one into the bedroom. And another PS4 Slim. This one is not hooked up to the network and runs my version 1 Arthur, who has $1 million and can sneak into New Austin anytime he wants.
Seemed like a good game, though. Interesting.
A Terminator arm from an unlicensed 3D printed kit I bought off eBay. From a seller in the Ukraine, as I recall. I hope they're okay. And I really like this antique clock. It's a repro, got it off Amazon, made in China, of course. But look at the back. I love the level of details. They didn't have to do that. And I really love the juxtaposition of the future and the past with the Terminator arm and this clock. This is also where I plan to put the PS5 when I eventually get one, so I'll have to move this setup somewhere else. Luke's helmet, which I cannot wear, my head's too big. Not really into Star Wars. It reminds me of my nephew, who is really into Star Wars. We used to watch the Clone Wars every Saturday and play video games. Mostly Minecraft. Some ab rollers. I like them because they work the upper back and shoulders as well as the abs. I am a big fan of compound exercises. However, they are hard on the wrists and really hard on the knees. I can't, in all sincerity, recommend them. If you can find them for less than $20, maybe. My Bowflex adjustable dumbbells, which I can recommend. I lift weights to stay lean, look respectable on the beach, and so I can eat whatever I want. You won't get big on this set, it only goes up to 50 pounds. You need a gym and a proper diet if you want to get big. I set up these cables for standing flies. I like the stretch. Another mirror, there's me again. And my weighted vest, which is a tactical vest with 2 10-pound plates. This patch is the state flag of Hawaii, and this patch is a wolf. I used to have a tiger here. Sadie objected, so I got the wolf. I use the vest for jump ropes. I do 5 sets of 100. And don't worry, we live over the parking garage. Neighbors are not a problem. My cardio consists of the jump ropes and twice-a-day walks with Sadie, where we do a little jog around the park. We get about an hour total per day, every day. A shoji screen, even though we have a great view here, which I will not share. Well, actually, it sorta looks like this.
Do you want to be happy, sir? Then you need to be rich.
That joker never shuts up.
The way to get rich is to read about it in my book. This is the veritable Bible. Success, my friend. Oh my lord, no!
God. No!
Jesus!
Moving on to the big Chinese vase, which belonged to my mother, currently full of Sadie's toys. She likes tug of war. And I got her this Snoopy to distract her from the big move.
That's the rogue over there. What did they do? Human being.
How are things with
These cases contain my record collection. I like cases because it keeps them dust-free and out of the sun, and limits my purchasing. The soundtracks are in the leopard case. Here's Once Upon a Time in the West by Ennio Morricone. And speaking of Ennio Morricone, here's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. My Eames lounge chair, which is my latest acquisition. Also a repro, but I got it at a great price, though I don't really like talking about money. It cost 1 share of Tesla before the split. This couch was my mother's, but it has great bones, very mid-century modern, and Sadie loves it. Also a Lost in Translation poster, love that movie, and an unlicensed Ghost in the Shell poster. Didn't love that movie, but I do love that stealth suit. And I like how they look together. Back to the bookshelf, as promised. I'm not religious. I wouldn't even call myself spiritual. I might call myself a pagan. The Greek and Roman gods make a lot of sense to me. However, my family is very devout. I was raised Catholic and have 12 years of Catholic school in me. The church is a part of me, a part of my history, and this Jesus has been in my family for 3 generations. He's from Rome, blessed by the Pope, don't ask me which one, no idea, and he's been in my life since before I was born. He may be the reason I'm obsessed with action figures. You never know. More 1/12 scales and some Monster High dolls. Skeleta Calvaris, if you're interested. I got into Monster High when I got those Monster High Grady twins, which I bought immediately upon release. I fell in love with them. I had to have them. They have skyrocketed in value, but I don't have the box. I don't keep boxes. I don't care about boxes. Also, Shannon and Son from Lost, Kate is back there in the corner, and Dana from Ghostbusters. Let me know if you want to hear more about them. And a Christmas tree because it's the holiday season. It lights up. Here's what it looks like at night. That's just about as much Christmas decoration that I get up to. And yes, we celebrate Christmas at this house. I grew up with Christmas, and this is Sadie's first Christmas with me. I may say happy holidays on the channel, but here in my home, like the old song says, we need a little Christmas, right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols on the spinet. Let's move on. My Blu-ray collection I just unboxed and jammed in anywhere and everywhere. I need to alphabetize at some point. My priority was to get everything out of the boxes. Though I do want to show you the covers for Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. As soon as I saw the promotional ads for Arthur, I immediately referenced Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name, and my brass engraved Red Dead Redemption 2 Zippo lighter. Did a review of that.
Merci.
Yeah.
I don't have many books, but I do have a lot of ebooks. I don't want you to think I don't read. And I do have this book. We can set up over here on Sadie's crate. Sadie won't mind. My Rockstar Complete Guide to the Game. Got this on eBay, sadly out of print. All of the missions, all the weapons, all the animals, all the challenges, it's nothing you don't know and easy to look up online. It's still nice to have, however. I do have an old review of this book, somewhere on the channel. Above the TV we have Hokusai's Great Wave, an old gaming mouse pad. And I would really like a Captain America shield here. I think that would really pop. But then I remember that verse from Ecclesiastes. When I was a boy, I thought as a boy. But when I became a man, I put aside childish things. And I wonder, when am I going to do that? When am I going to put aside childish things? I really wish I collected grown-up manly stuff, like single malt scotch, or vintage motorcycles, or samurai swords, or antique guns. I don't know what to say. I like what I like.
Here we go.
This seemed like a good place for my Once Upon a Time in Hollywood poster, which I split in half. I'm not going to show you the interior of cabinets because they're not organized right now. I just unboxed and shoved everything in there. Same with the closets. We'll save that for another video. The rear window poster leads to the bathroom and the bedroom, which I have yet to work on. You have been forewarned. And on the other side of the door, we have my unlicensed Red Dead Redemption 2 movie poster. Love this. Got it on Amazon, print on demand, took a couple weeks. Let me know if you want a video on my movie poster collection. My mother had a ballet studio, and this print was in the office above her desk. I've always loved it, and it reminds me of her, so I took it. I need to hang it up at some point. And I got this medieval anatomy print in Italy. I like how he's pointing towards the shower. Mirror, me again. We have a Shape of Water poster on the shower door. Really like that shade of blue-green. Quite possibly my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie, and the water theme works well with the location. Also, in case you haven't noticed, I am a romantic, albeit a very cynical and cautious one. The bathroom is nothing special. The only other feature I want to show you is this UV heat lamp. I call it the vampire light. Suppose you get a knock on the door and a bath lady wants to help you out and she turns out to be a vampire. Well, you can just flip on this light and turn her into dust. Very convenient. The bedroom, let's be honest, is a bit of a disaster right now. Sadie's allowed on the bed, I let her sleep with me. Though we do have a crate in here in case she needs it to feel safe, or if I'm going out for more than, say, 30 minutes. I don't like to leave her in the crate for long, but I work from home, so she has 24-hour access to me.
That's the rogue over there. What a human being.
How are things with you?
Très bien, merci.
Bien, bien. Here we go.
Closet, lots of closet space. This whole wall is a closet, but I don't have that many clothes. I have 2 dress shirts. That's a Novacek if you know your plaids, and a white linen shirt for weddings and dinners. Also a Calvin Klein white linen jacket. I used to have a black Armani jacket. I loved it, but it got moth holes, so it had to go. I need to replace that. I like having a black jacket and a white jacket. And then I have this Burberry safari jacket. And that's about it for clothes. I either wear jeans and gray t-shirts every day or workout clothes. I suppose you might call me a minimalist as far as wardrobe goes. Let's move on to the kitchen. My Kill Bill poster was a 2-for-1 special with the Pulp Fiction poster over the desk. I really like the postcards framing it. Here is my bamboo tea box. At some point I want to upgrade this lid to actual glass. This is Plex. Mostly green tea, and here's my favorite green tea, Gen Mai Cha, which is a Japanese green tea infused with toasted brown rice. Very aromatic, one of my favorite smells in the whole world. I tried to get Sadie to smell this, and she wanted to eat it. I had to explain to her that we do not eat tea bags on this channel. That's what crazy people do. I think I got this cutting board from IKEA. I cannot recall, it's been so long. And here's my Santuko. Like the bride from Kill Bill, I have need of Japanese steel. Though this is a Henkel's, technically German steel. My cast iron frying pan. Arthur really wants to shoot that.
God damn it! What the hell you think you're doing?
The kitchen usually looks like this. I cleaned up a little for you. I put things away and wiped down, but I do enjoy a consistent level of cleanliness and order to my living spaces. It helps me think better if things are clean. I have found that it's easy to keep on top if you do a little every day instead of letting things pile up until you go insane and just want to burn the place down. I really like this cafe bistro set. I eat all my meals here with the warm glow of the TV.
Bon
When I got this, I was going to paint it dark green, which is more traditional, but this is powder coated, and I really like the finish. And this polished river rock is a Japanese vase. Also a koa wood coaster, which I made. Really like the grain and finish. I love koa. It's probably my favorite wood. I suppose, technically, I have a postcard collection. I stayed with a 4x6 vertical format. I printed some up, and then I got most of them from Amazon. You can buy postcard sets in almost any theme. For me, I got Andy Warhol, Maxfield Parrish, vintage pinups, Japanese geishas, and vintage travel posters. And my policy for the travel posters is that I can only put them up if I have been there. And, like the old Johnny Cash song, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Vertigo is my favorite Hitchcock movie and easily in my top 5. However, when I think about it, Rear Window would have been better here for the peephole because, voyeurism and looking out. Too late now. I do need some more movie postcards so I can cover the rest of this door. And this short leash is for visitors because Sadie will rush the door. She likes visitors. She thinks every day is Halloween. Last Halloween, which was our first Halloween, she got a lot of compliments and met a lot of kids. Sadie loves kids. Also, ironically, this short leash was actually a 6-foot leash that I trimmed down, because a 6-foot leash is cheaper than a 2-foot leash. Less material for a higher price is the golden recipe for profit. There's a business idea for you, if you love dogs and have crafting skills. I need something on this side. I don't know what. Perhaps a mirror. Let me know in the comments if you have a suggestion. So that's where we're living now, me and Sadie. I enjoyed making this video and sharing a little of my life with you, and also introducing you to the dog, who is very happy to meet you. I'll make an update when we get the bedroom in order, and like I said before, I'd be happy to make videos on any of my collections. Let me know in the comments. I'm Superantonio. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your views. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily Red Dead Redemption 2 content, and we shall meet again. Further on down the trail.
I'm not drunk. I'm an intellectual. That's the thing, darling. We intellectuals have to drink. We've got a terribly difficult job.
Thank you, Arthur.
Whatever you say, boss.
I heard that.